The second of 3 appearances by Craig Button on this show. I mean, this is just a joy. I got to tell you, though, that Edmonton Oilers-LA Kings game was wild last night. And Edmonton almost comes back and wins this thing. They tie it up, and it's all Connor McDavid willing him to that potential overtime that they never got to.
He's unbelievable. I said this before the playoff series. I said, I'm betting against the Edmonton Oilers, but you never bet against Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. Well, you want to see Exhibit A? Exhibit A is Game 1 versus the LA Kings. This is why you cannot rule out the Edmonton Oilers. It's because of number 97. I mean, he can turn the game so quickly into the advantage for the Edmonton Oilers. And they all know he's out there on the ice. They're all trying to stop him. They're all trying to do their very best. And he's literally unstoppable. We saw what he did last year in the playoffs. I mean, unbelievable performance. Here's
Some of the goals we're watching, they're literally hanging on him here.
Well, no, but you're talking about hanging. I mean, this is what Connor McDavid's capable of doing.
Yeah.
You think about the great skill. It's the timeliness of things. 4 points. He gets 4 points in his first playoff game of the 25 season. That's after having plus 40 last year en route to Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Final. And teams know 97, we better check him, we better be aware of him. And you can be aware of him on the ice, you can be trying to check him. And that's why I say he's unstoppable. He's on another level when it comes to playing hockey. And when he plays like this, he's on a completely different level, unstoppable. And that's why the Oilers can never be ruled out. I can pick against the Oilers, but it's really hard when you have 97, and 29 was brilliant too.
Even when you're facing a 4-0 deficit, that was a big hole for them to fall into. And we're used to the Kings being so good defensively, and yet they had to have that offense in this one eventually in the end, didn't they?
Well, for me, the LA Kings don't score easily. They don't have a great power play. They got 2 power play goals in this game. But the key was extending their lead, because of Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl. If the game's close, you know that they can turn it and swing it into the Oilers' favor. So the fact that the LA Kings were up 4-0, up 4-1, got that 5th goal to make it 5-3, that was instrumental. Because if it's tighter and this series continues on and they don't extend the lead, the advantage swings to McDavid and Draisaitl. That's how great these two players are. And as great as the LA Kings were in the first 2 periods, not giving up anything, and how good they are defensively overall, doesn't matter against 97 and 29. That is why extending their lead. Playing good defense is one thing. They're going to need goals. And they got them in this game to win, because if they didn't get those goals, they're down 1-0 in the series.
And speaking of that, you know, the Oilers getting that 4-0 hole. The game-winning goal was bizarre for the LA Kings. The questions about Stuart Skinner are going to be out there. There's just no question about it, right, after Game 1?
Yeah, but why? Like, if you go back and look at the goal, I mean, that's a shot that comes in, it hits something, it flutters over and everything. 2 power play goals. He doesn't have a chance on the Fiala goal. What I would say is going about, you can look at the 6 goals and say, oh, Stuart Skinner wasn't good enough. Listen, the LA Kings were really good. They scored 2 right bang, bang in front of the net. I mean, Evan Bouchard made a great pass to Phillip Danault. Is that Stuart Skinner's fault? I think the narrative about Stuart Skinner, even in this game giving up 6, is wrong. The bottom line is, when it was 5-3, he made some great saves when they had that 2-man disadvantage for full 2 minutes. So you want to blame Stuart Skinner? I'm not saying you. Anybody wants to, go ahead and blame Stuart Skinner. Stuart Skinner was not the problem in this game.
Okay, fair enough. But the questions will still be out there. There's no doubt. Craig's going to be back.
I answered them, though.
Well, you answered some. Craig, we've got a 3rd appearance coming up for you. I'm very excited about this one because Jim Rutherford had some things to say yesterday in a media presser for the Vancouver Canucks Media Corps, and it was very interesting. That'll be later on this edition of the show.